The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning. I'm Christina Felchlin, Director of Technology Consulting with Ledgeview Partners. Welcome to today's Dynamics 365 User Group webinar. This month, we want to share CRM 101 training with you. For our returning attendees, welcome back. It's always great to spend time with you. For those new to Ledgeview Partners and these webinars, welcome. Ledgeview Partners is a business and technology consulting company who partners with organizations to transform sales, marketing, customer service operations and processes that are supported by core technologies, including customer relationship management and marketing automation. We offer sales, marketing, customer service, and CRM consulting. We pride ourselves on the strategic business advice, process definition, and technology solutions we provide our customers to advance their business. We love offering these user group webinars, and we hope you enjoy them as much as we do. If you are looking for more free content, visit our website at ledgeviewpartners.com and sign up for our blog posts and download our ebooks, infographics, and case studies. The agenda for today is a new update on the Dynamics 365 April release, a reminder about the latest on-prem upgrade, our spotlight topic, CRM 101, user-submitted questions, and then we'll finish up with our CRM resources and webinars. As a reminder, Microsoft has established a release cadence of 2 major release updates a year, April and October. Here's a reminder of the key dates to help you prepare for the upcoming April release. The April 2019 release notes were made available on Monday, January 21st. These notes describe all features being released from April through September 2019 for Dynamics 365 and Power Platform. This release includes hundreds of new capabilities across sales, marketing, customer service, portals, field service, project service automation, finance and operations, retail, talent, and Business Central. We now have early access to the new features as of February 1st. This gives you an opportunity to review those features before you deploy them in your production instance in April. I'll share more on how to turn on the preview in the next slide. Later this week, on Thursday, February 21st, Microsoft will release an updated and comprehensive list of features in the April 2019 release. Microsoft is then hosting a What's New in the April release webinar on April 2nd. Beginning April 5th, all production instances will be updated with the new features. You will be able to proactively enable the switch yourself at any time during the month of April before the switch is applied automatically on your environment. However, by the end of April, all production instances will have had that switch turned on. This gradual rollout is a last safety measure to catch any potential issues as we apply the changes to all instances. It is the same approach Microsoft does for their regular patches and updates. In the coming months, Microsoft will publish the specific dates of when the features will be enabled for each customer. Do you want to check out the preview items before April? By previewing changes, admins can update their sandbox environments before changes are applied to their production environments. By previewing these new features in advance, Microsoft assures admins a confident rollout to all users. To turn on preview features, you navigate to the Power Platform Admin Center, navigate to Environments, and if you have yet to activate the preview features, click Activate Now under April 2019 Update. If you have already activated them, your screen will show Test in Production. We recommend testing these features in your sandbox environment. We don't want to forget about those on-premise. There is an on-premise version 9 update that was made available last fall. Why upgrade to your on-premise environment? Maximize your feature utilization, take advantage of all the new V9 features. Improve your user adoption by bringing in newer, updated features, cleaner interface, new mobile app, and improved Outlook app. Want more information? Visit our website to learn more key benefits. Ledgeview Partners, CRM Consulting, and then upgrading to D365 V9 on-premise. Now, to get to our spotlight topic, CRM 101, I will turn it over to the one and only Michael Dodds, Application Consultant with Ledgeview Partners.
Thank you, Christina, for that wonderful introduction. Good morning, everyone. I hope your winter isn't being as hard on you as the one up here in Wisconsin, where we keep getting hit with snow or freezing temperatures. So I hope wherever you are, it's warm and being friendly to you. So Here's to spring coming soon. Well, we got a lot of great information to get into today with CRM 101. So, key for today's topic is going to be right when we get into navigation tips and tricks, and that is efficiency. Efficiency is the state or quality of being efficient. I know, it kind of sounds like we're just restating efficiency right there, but that's the definition of it according to dictionary.com. Efficiency is really what Dynamics 365 is meant to bring to your day. However, we've all found our own way of navigating Dynamics or using Dynamics, and sometimes we ask ourselves, is there a faster or more efficient way for us to do this? I'm here to show you today some quick hitting and time-saving navigation tools that are going to save you some time right away and make you more efficient in your navigation of Dynamics right off the bat. So as soon as you're done with this webinar, you're going to be able to save yourself some time and be more efficient. So let's jump on in to Dynamics. I'll show you some of these tips. And these tips are all right here in your black navigation bar. This black ribbon bar up at the top is on every single screen in Dynamics. So wherever you are, this will be here. This Dynamics 365 button, this is your home page, okay? Which means many people think that this drop-down arrow is their navigation. This is not your navigation. You do not need to worry about this button. Come over here. Whether this is sales, service, marketing, or if you're an admin, settings, whatever it says here, click on the drop-down arrow next to it. That's your main navigation. And the setup in here is great because everything is right in its own drop-down area. You can get to everything very easily. Flip between tabs, service, marketing, you can move around very easily. Okay. So if we need to get into accounts, we simply move into accounts. Now we've all had it where we've been working on something and we had to step out of the office, or we need to get home to take our kids to soccer practice or to basketball game, come in the next day, or we've gone home for a long holiday weekend. We come back in on Monday and we go, what was I working on Friday, or what was I working on yesterday? I know I need to finish up something. So instead of racking your brain or trying to figure out exactly what you were working on, searching or scrolling through all your accounts, because trust me, you have a lot more than 15. This is just a demo. You can click right here. Oh, that's right. I was working in Widgets R Us. I can click right in here. I'm back into my account. So that's going to save you time right away, right on Monday morning when you need to get back into what you were working on. Instead of clicking on your X button or clicking back here, just click on Accounts. You're back into your accounts area right where you were before. Now, yes, this is true, and I am teased about it, I kid you not, all the time by my coworkers, but it's true. I do have two favorite buttons in Dynamics 365. It is Global Search, and it's Recently Viewed Items. So Global Search is this magnifying glass right here. You click on it, and you search. The reason why this is so great is because you don't have all your contacts memorized. You don't have all your opportunities memorized. You don't have all your accounts memorized. So if you have one, City and Power and Lights, okay? So if I just type in City Power, I'll flip my search from relevance to categorize, because categorized is global. Right here, it brings up 4 entities in which City Power came up as a searchable field. So City Power and Lights, 2 contacts that work for City Power and Lights, testing record, and then 2 opportunities. I simply search 2 words and all these records came back for me. You're searching up 10 entities that you can choose. Talk to your admin. They can help you set the ones that are correct for your organization. And then it's searching your CRM organization to pull back these records for you. It's a great time-saving tool. And then if you're not seeing the information that you need, for instance, if you're not seeing an account, if you're not seeing a contact, there's these plus signs to quickly create these pieces of information. Now, I say this with a cautionary piece. If your company uses leads and it's a new account, go through the lead process. So it's still determined based on how your company utilizes CRM for the sales process. But if you just quickly create new accounts without going through the leads section, you can create a new account right from here. You click back, you're right back where you were working. Okay, so I go back, I'm right back in accounts here. My other favorite button, recently viewed items. This is where you are going to see your most efficiency within the navigation area. If you have a large opportunity that you're working on, so for instance, my test opportunity here, I know this is something that I'm going to need to go in on a daily basis to keep tabs on, to understand where it's going. It's a large opportunity, I want to keep eyes on it. So instead of constantly searching for it or going to opportunities, going through those navigations, the number of clicks to get to there. Instead of doing that, watch the difference. I go to sales, opportunities, open opportunities, and then I need to flip to my open opportunities. And then I find it right here. And then I would find it in my list. Or I could simply do this. 2 clicks, I'm right into test. It's right there. Here's the other big time saver. Click on recently viewed up here at the top. I can pin my views, my open opportunities, things you're going to on a frequent basis every day. My open opportunities, my active accounts, my active contacts, my open leads. Those are common ones that you're going into on a daily basis. Instead of going through that process that I just went to every time you need to move across entities, so from leads to accounts, accounts to contacts, contacts to opportunities, it's 2 clicks. Recently viewed items, my active contacts. Is that something you're going to see that time savings at immediately? Because it's going to save you 20 seconds. But think about that 20 seconds each time you move around in Dynamics. Add that up over a month. Add that up over a year. That's an immense amount of time savings for you. Personal settings. This is another big area of efficiency. Have you ever found yourself asking one of the following questions? Why can't I just start at that screen every morning? Every time I go into Dynamics, I find myself flipping to a specific dashboard or going back to dashboards, changing it to that dashboard. Or I really just want to start at the My Open Leads section or My Open Opportunities. It's really where I want to start. I can show you how to do that. Or can't Dynamics show me more records than that? I feel like I'm always clicking the next page button. Another question, my coworkers see items in their time zone. Why can't I? There's certain fields in Dynamics that reflect your time zone. You want to make sure that it's set to your time zone. So let's go into personal settings, show you how to set those. So this gear in the upper right, settings, options. This section right here, default pane, default tab. So this is your pane, this is your tab. So sales, so sales, service, marketing. So we can go sales. So if I want to make sure I'm going to a dashboard every morning, that's where I would go, sales dashboards. Click OK. Records per page. You are defaulted when you first start in CRM at 50. You would want to make sure that this records per page is set to 250. That way you're not clicking next page a ton of times, because that can get frustrating. And then time zone, I'm not in Hawaii. I would want to change this to where I'm located. Okay. So I would change this down. I would look to go to Central Time. Central Time. I would change that. I would click OK. And then the changes would take effect. So it would refresh my dynamics. And then if you remember from the beginning, I said this Dynamics 365 button, that's my home page. So it's going to change this to Sales Dashboards. Now I can set a particular dashboard to be the one that I come to every single morning when I log in to CRM. So I come in here and I go, I want to look at the sales dashboard. So up here, set as default. So that way, every single morning when I log in to Dynamics, it's going to take me right here. Every time. Next piece that we're going to talk about is activity management. Activities are amazing tools in Dynamics 365. And I pause here because many of you are probably thinking, yeah, but they're not really helpful for me. That's why I say if they are being utilized properly. Many users will set up activities where one of the following is missing. They're not associated to a record in Dynamics. That means the regarding field doesn't have anything in it. A due date, if it's a future-looking activity, is missing. And the subject doesn't give you a quick understanding of the nature of the activity. It's confusing, or it doesn't give you that quick look to go, oh yeah, that's what that activity is about. So you need to open it up and go, all right, oh, that's what that activity means. Okay. Activity management, it's much more than just putting activities into the system and then forgetting about them. A lot of people, when they put in activities, they put in the activities from the record screen, and that's perfect because that's going to immediately take care of this problem associated to a record in Dynamics. It's immediately going to do that. But then the second part of activity management can be forgotten. Following up on activities after they're set. They need to be managed. They become due. You set future-looking activities. Follow up with me in a week. You talk to somebody, they say, give me a call in a week. So you set a phone call with a due date in a week. You don't want to go into that account and go, okay, or set another notice for yourself to follow up with them. That phone call activity should be able to, there should be somewhere you can go, all right, what are my activities for the week? What are my activities for the day? That's right, I have this phone call due today. You shouldn't have to set yourself another reminder for that. I'm going to show you today where you can go to manage those activities when you're putting in the due date. It's going to help you. Okay, so let's jump on it. So if we go back in to Widgets R Us, see how I use the recently viewed items, quickly jump back in. It's always coming back to navigation to quickly move around dynamics. I go here, I go to activities. I want to add a task. I go here, create contract for widgets are us. I would enter a description, a little bit more information about the contract that I need to create. It is due in a week. I need to have it completed by midday, 12 p.m., priority normal. So it's created. And it's going to show right here. Now, I'm not going to come back every day into Widgets RS Corporate and look for this. So where would I go to see this information? I would come back and I would go to Sales Activities. I have my activities. This due section is very important. That's why setting the due date is so critical. We go due next 7 days. Now, if you are excellent at your job and you're closing your activities on a frequent basis, this is going to look very clean. Unlike myself, who clearly has not done a very good job of closing his activities because my overdue ones, like 7 days or earlier, are showing at the top. So my one I just created is going to be here at the bottom. Okay. It's going to show your outlook, your next 7 days, and then anything that's overdue. So I come in here, it says create contract for Widgets are us. If I want to know more information about it, I can click into this, or I could go directly to Widgets are us to get more information about the account. This information's right in here. Here's the beautiful part about this. If you have an Outlook integration, Outlook app is a great one depending on your setup. There's also the Outlook client that is still out there. And this is something that there are things that we can do to help you with this Outlook integration if it's something that you're interested in. But with an Outlook integration, these can tie back to Outlook. Everybody knows with appointments, you get a 15-minute reminder before your appointment. Same thing with activities. So your phone calls, your tasks, those flow down as tasks into Outlook. They give you a 15-minute reminder before they're due, pops up, you make your phone call. 15-minute reminder before the task is due, make sure that your task is being completed on time. All ties together. So very, very critical that you're putting in those due dates. Very, very critical that that subject line has good information, because what's going to pop up is that subject line. So you're going to have good information in there. Okay, so that's activity management. Making sure that you're following up, seeing what's due in the next 7 days or due today. Because even in that activity section that I just showed, you can do next 7 days, today, you could look a month out, you can look at everything. So a way to manage your activities. It's not just about putting them in. And always make sure that you're completing those activities when they're done. Creating a child record from a parent record. This is a common complaint or issue that is heard. Do you ever get the feeling that you are entering duplicate information into Dynamics? So then this section is definitely for you, and I agree, because, like I said, I hear this quite a bit. Creating child records from a parent record brings over certain data that you have already entered on the parent, places that on the child record. Now I just said a bunch of parent, child, and that can be confusing. What I mean when I say creating a child record from a parent record, what that means is if I create a contact from an account, or if I create an opportunity from an account. So creating a 1. So you're creating a record from its overarching kind of parent, right? So they float out. Those are your two most common. So a contact, if you think about it that way, a contact that works at a company usually has the same address, the same phone number. So those will pull over. Now, this is not set in stone. These things can be changed. They can be added. These are things you would simply need to notify your admin about. If there's things that you're like, oh, it'd be really great if we could pull this information over when we create a contact. Let your admin know that piece. So I'm going to show you how to create that and the benefits that it can give you. So right here in Widgets R Us Corporate, if I click on Contacts, so actually I'm going to go back. I'm going to go into City Power and Lights. I apologize. This is just running a little bit slow. There we go. City Power and Light. So we're going to open up City Power and Light, and then we're going to create a contact from the subgrid on City and Power and Light. So right over here on the right-hand side is going to be our contact subgrid. And then there's a little plus sign. So it's going to show me the existing contacts right here, and then here's your plus sign. You just click plus. So a quick create form is going to pop up. Account name automatically pulled over, the business phone pulled over, and the address. So really all I need to do is put in information that is truly unique to this contact. Their name, their title, their email. And then I click save. And it's going to find test@test.com. So I just click save to bypass that. And it's going to go ahead and save and create it. And there it is. So then if I open up, and it's not just ones that appear on that quick create form. If there are other items that you want to pull over that aren't on the quick create form, they'll also appear once you open up the record. Well, basically, the purpose of that is to save you time when you are creating contact records. You can overwrite those if they truly do have a direct line and it doesn't just go through a switchboard. Overwrite the phone number, put in their direct line. If they work out of their home, out of a home office instead of at the company's corporate office, or if they work at a satellite office, put in that office. There are things that you can overwrite, but it's going to catch the many, and then you just have to change the exceptions. So it's going to save a lot of time and create a lot of efficiencies. The sales process. Now, no two companies have the exact same sales process. That is definitely a true statement. However, you can use the Dynamics 365 sales process, which is leads, and when you qualify a lead, it creates an account, a contact, and an opportunity to create efficiencies and aid in your own sales process. Your admins can customize these entities to fit your sales process. So tweak the leads, tweak the account page, the contacts, the opportunities to make it fit your sales process. You want to start with your sales process, understand your sales process. But there's efficiencies in utilizing leads that create accounts and contacts and opportunities. Okay, because it will reduce your data entry, enhance reporting capabilities, and in general make your day easier so you can get back to your main priority. And when I talk about the sales process, like I said, it's leads that create accounts, contacts, and opportunities. Now, this is where a lot of companies will go, where they just create accounts first and kind of bypass the lead section. So to think about a lead is like a prospect. Somebody that you're vetting. They're going through the qualification process. Are they somebody that actually fits? Somebody that we would like to sell to. Now the benefits in terms of Dynamics 365 is when I create this lead and they do fit, all I have to do is fill in the information one time on the lead. And this information will spread onto the account, onto the contact, and onto the opportunity. I created one record in lead and I got 3 records out of it. That's where the major efficiencies are coming into play. The reporting capabilities that I'm talking about is lead source. Where did this lead come from? How did they hear about us? Well, if you just created an account, or you just create an opportunity, just create a new account and then create the opportunity, there's no lead source. It's not following that item. So it can tie it all back to that information. So it's enhancing that report capability because the opportunity ties back to an originating lead, which is this, which has a lead source. So it enhances your reporting capabilities. So job title. As you guys can see, I am very fond of using testing in my record creation. And I'll just put in my email address here. And then we put in the company information. So when you put in the company information, this is what leads to creating a new account. You can put in the website, you can put in their address. And then you can fill out all the information down the way. Put in their description, their industry, annual revenue. Again, the more you put in, the more that will move across, provided that those data mappings are set up. Again, you're in the trenches, you're seeing this on the day-to-day. You're seeing that something that's not coming across in your CRM organization, let your admin know. Then they can set this up. And then click Save. Add a lead source. And then watch what happens when I hit Qualify. So I hit Qualify. I don't want to associate it to any existing contact or account. And what it's not letting me know is that I didn't fill in any of this information. So I didn't give it a purchase time frame, and I didn't give it an estimated budget. So go back and click Qualify. And this takes about 5 to 10 seconds. It qualifies. And then what will happen is there's my opportunity. Right there. Contact created, account created. All right there in the system. And that took about 5 seconds to create. And if I jump back in here into account, there's phone number, my address flowed over. Mike Test is my primary contact. So you start to get information that flows across into the system. And if I go into Mike Test, it does the same information right here. So all that information came across. So instead of having to duplicate your information, it's pulling it along with it. You're creating the record. You're tying it all together. The last CRM 101 topic for today is user adoption tips. Might be asking me right now, user adoption, but I'm the user. Exactly. So these are tips and understanding of why user adoption is key and important for you as the user as well. So as I was mentioning, you're the user in the trenches. You're using this every day. Use it to your advantage. Take note of items that you like to see improved, how they could be improved. So it's always good to notice things that can be improved, but how would you improve them? Items that just aren't working right in their current state. Might have been something that seemed like a good idea at the time, and then in practice in the trenches, it's just not working the way it should. Make note of that. Option sets. So you have a drop-down list of particular options. You know, this really could use another option. We have one option, it really should be broken down into two. It just doesn't work to be that broad. Another column in a view. I really wish I had this column. It would make my day a little bit easier. Anything you see that's going to make your day easier, it's going to make it easier for your coworkers. Let your system admin know about that. Be a voice of dynamics to your coworkers. If they're struggling with dynamics, help them solve the issue and see the benefits. The more people see the benefits of dynamics, and it could just be simply not an understanding, not seeing it the same way you're seeing it. If you just help them understand that piece, they're going to see the same benefits as you. So you're helping them come along as well. Sharing is caring. We've heard it since we were kids. If you've created a view, chart, or dashboard that is beneficial, share it with your coworkers. That way they don't have to recreate the wheel. It's benefiting everyone. Share best practices. Talk amongst yourselves. Create a little dynamic within your department. Create an email chain where you're sharing different best practices. Where like once a week, you're sharing a best practice with the people that you work with. Things like that. Doesn't have to be formal. Doesn't have to be a set meeting that you've all come together with. So it's not something that management has to come up with. Something that you as an individual user can do and say, hey, every Wednesday, one person needs to send out a best practice, something that works for you in Dynamics. Maybe everybody knows that one, but maybe they don't. And then you just helped everyone out. Okay, that's how user adoption grows. And then you start getting really excited about using the system, and then everybody starts to gain and get benefits of using the system, and now it's working for you. And you're getting the benefits out of it. So then the age-old question, what's in it for me? You'll be seen as a team player. You're going above and beyond, and you will be a voice to implement change for the tool that you use every day. You're actually going to have a voice for change. And that can help you quite a bit. Our one user submitted question is how to create and use Voice of the Customer. I highly recommend viewing the July 2018 user group webinar about Voice of the Customer.
Hello again. Thanks, Michael. We have some exciting webinars in the next month. In addition to the two I'm going to highlight, we have a few more listed on our website. Visit ledgeviewpartners.com, click on News and Events to get the details and registration links. Later this week, join us for the webinar, Insights in Microsoft Dynamics, What Current Customers Need to Know. The Insights functionality powered by Ledgeview with Microsoft Dynamics 365 is a powerful sales intelligence feature that has been available to Dynamics 365 online users at no charge. Microsoft has recently announced that the Insights feature within Dynamics 365 will not be available to customers after January 16th, 2019, and that current customers only have access until August 15th, 2019 at no charge. Join us for the special webinar on February 21st as we welcome Michelle Horton from InsideView to share with you an update on this announcement from Microsoft, how you can take advantage of the Insight solution if you are not already until August, including a short demo of the product and options to continue to use Insights beyond that date. Next month's Dynamics 365 User Group webinar spotlight topics will be mobile. If you have been thinking about how you can use mobile while on the road or installing it for your team, join us on March 20th at 11 a.m. Central Time. On behalf of myself, Michael, and all of us at Ledgeview, we want to thank you for taking the time to attend our user group webinar today. We look forward to spending time with you again next month.